Hey YouTube, welcome to a new video. I'm Philip Jacob and you're watching Metal Beings. On today's review, we are going to see the BMW X6. The car we are checking out today is the BMW X6 40i M Sport variant. You also get another variant which is the X-Line variant. So while going through the review of the car, I will also tell you the difference between the X-Line and the M Sport. So while going in the front, you notice they have the blue lining on the LEDs, which means that this is a laser LED headlamp. They have a range of 600 meters. But in default, if you don't option the laser lamps, you will get the adaptive LED headlamps, which have a range of 500 meters and can also do the high beam, low beam, the individual adjustments of the headlamp as high beam assistance. And while coming to the middle, you have the active as stream kidney grills. So this one can open and close depending upon your engine's temperature and increases the aerodynamic efficiency of your car. And at the same time, this is also an option. For example, if you want the iconic glow, the kidney grills would actually have a light lit from above, so at night that would glow for you. So it is not optioned in this car, but if you want it, you can have it as an optional extra. And while seeing the bumpers, these are the M Sport bumpers. The X-Line will have a different look for the bumpers, whereas here you have the bigger add-ons to make it look more sportier, as it is being an M Sport variant. And when you're noticing it closer, you can see there's a cap over here that is no camera. That's again an optional extra, which would be a 360-degree camera, which you can option it. By default, you will get the reversing camera and the 360-degree sensors. And you also get black accents and LED fog lamps also. So right now, while checking the side profile, this is where the car has its different looks. You have the coupe design, and this being an M Sport, you have the wheel arch trims in body color, whereas the X-Line will have it in black. And the wheels, by default, you get the 20-inch wheels, whereas this car is optioned with the 21-inch wheels, and these are mixed profile tires. You can notice the front is 275/40 R21, whereas the rear are 315/35 R21. So the rear wheels are much more broader, which gives better handling characteristics. And in the same way, to increase the handling characteristics, you have a functional air curtain out here through which the air passes inside. It reduces the turbulence produced inside the wheel arches, thereby enhancing the handling characteristics of the car. On the front quarter panel, you have the M badging, and also the wheels, you have the M badging and also the M badging on the calipers. And the calipers, as you notice, they are blue in color, so again gives a good look for the car. The window outlining are in black high gloss, and also the roof railing remains the same color. You also have the M Sport kit, the side skirts, which follow along in the sides. And one unique thing which you can notice is this fuel flap. You can see it is slanted backwards, so it also provides a good look for the car. So let's go and check the rear. So while checking out the rear, this is where the car is absolutely beautiful. It gives a beefy look. So while checking out on the top, you have a spoiler design on top, which is very sharp and gives a very good presence on the road, and also a shark fin antenna along with it, the swooping rear glass, and again a spoiler lip, which again has sharp edges, which looks very beautiful. The tail lights are sleek and long. They are completely LEDs with a 3D design in them. Going down, you have the X-Drive 40i badging with the X6 badging on the left hand side. Opening the boot is not by using the logo, it is just a handle above the number plate. You can notice the reversing camera, and going down you get the M Sport bumpers. You get a very sporty bumper setup and dual exhaust tailpipes which are functional. So as mentioned before, you have a handle over here. With just a click it opens. You get a very practical boot. You also get a tray over here which you can fold it up if you want, and if you want to fold down the seats, you also have the control over here. You can split the seats under 40, 20 and 40 split, which is again very practical. You also get functional hooks. You get a 12-volt charging point on the right hand side and a small light lit so that it is very easy to access. And also underneath this plank you get a space saver wheel. Totally very spacious and practical to use too. While checking out the engine, you get a straight 6 BMW twin power turbo petrol engine which produces 340 bhp and 450 Newton meters of torque. It can do a 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. And as per AirAI, it has a fuel efficiency of 10.31 kilometers per liter. So right now we are seated inside the BMW X6 and you have this beautiful M Sport steering wheel. You get the M badging down below. As per controls, you have the left hand side with cruise control and the speed limiter options, and the right hand side with the controls for your media and mobile phone connectivity. You get paddle shifters as standard. You get the left hand side for the downshift and the right hand side for upshift. And the instrument cluster and the main display are of the same size, which is 12.3 inch. The instrument cluster is as per the latest setup. The left hand side you have the speedo, and on the right hand side you have the tacho. On the extreme left you have the fuel gauge, and on the right hand side you have the engine temperature, and on the middle you have the setup wherein it shows you the navigation data. And also this car is equipped with the head-up display. So if you could notice, just below the headlights reflection you see the number 0 over there. So that is the head-up display. So that is optioned along with this car. And while going through the sides, you have the controls for your headlamps, which is not the rotatory knob right now, it's just the buttons. And while coming to the side, as per controls, you have 2 memory functions for the driver's seat and the lock and unlock switches, the switch to open and close the boot, and also the controls for your windows and the mirrors. And while checking out over here, you get a frameless interior rear view mirror, and going down you get this 12.3 inch touchscreen system with the iDrive 7. So you have widgets and everything as such. You also get the parking assistant, wherein if you upgrade to the 360-degree camera, you get the parking assistant plus, so it shows you the complete bird eye view. And it also has the wireless Apple CarPlay as standard. And while going down, you get a small digital display here too, which shows you the display and controls completely of the air conditioning. And you have very sleek looking air vents out over here. And while checking out the dashboard, this being the M Sport gets this aluminum finished with the same design pattern, and also an outlining with the ambient lighting. So you have 6 colors on the whole with different combinations. And while checking on the dashboard, you have the stitching on them and very good feel. Going down, you have the controls for your media, and again touch sensitive buttons wherein you can individually assign any controls which is available on the menu. Going down, you have a wireless charging pad out over here. You have a USB slot, a 12-volt charging point, and also temperature adjustable cup holders. So once you click on it, if it is blue, it means it is cooling it, and if it is red, it means it is heating it up for you, so that your cool drink or your coffee can be maintained in that temperature. Coming down, you have this beautiful gear knob and the iDrive controller. So this is completely glass. Actually, they say it is Swarovski. In BMW, they call it crafted clarity glass. And these are actually Swarovski crystals. You have the controls for your media, and this is a touchpad. Again, though it being the glass finish, you can still use it as a touchpad to enter in data like numbers or names. You also have the start stop button, again with the same crafted clarity glass. You have the different driving modes, the sport, comfort, eco pro, adaptive. Again, over here the major difference is that the X-Line variant comes as standard with the AS suspension, whereas the M Sport comes with the adaptive M suspension. So the M Sport does not get the AS suspension as standard. Okay, going ahead, you have the controls for your parking sensors and the automatic engine start stop function. You also get the hill descent control and your electric parking brake. And just below the handrest, you have a small space with a C port charging point. Very practical. And the leather we are using in this car is Vernesca leather, and you get the perforation also in them, and very comfortable. You get the extra thigh support and the bolster supports also. And this being the M Sport, you get this sport seats, which can again be optioned. And on the doors also, you can notice that the trims being continued with the ambient lightings and the aluminum finishing on them. This car is also equipped with the Harman Kardon music system. It is not as a standard, it has to be optionally added onto the car. So right now we are seated in the rear of the car, and as many complain that there is no space at the back and everything as such, right now I have set up the front seat as per my driving position, and if you can notice, I have ample amount of legroom, and also as there is a footwell down there, I can stretch my legs all the way to the front. And at the same time, while checking out the headroom, I also have ample amount of headroom. It's not ample, but yeah, it is practical enough for a 6-footer like me to sit at the back. And as per practicality, you also get a handrest which has 2 cup holders in them, which you can open and it gets exposed to the cup holders. And while coming to the sides, you also get the same ambient lightings running over here with the aluminum finishing also on the doors. And also, to reduce the claustrophobic feel at the back, you also get a panoramic sunroof. And also at the rear, this car comes as standard with a 2.5 zone air conditioning. So you also get your control at the back over here for you, and this is an optioned 4-zone AC control, again as an option. In default you get the 2.5 zone, but if you want the 4-zone, you can option it. The standard BMW X6 is priced at 95 lakhs ex-showroom, and as I mentioned, all the options, it depends on both the X-Line and the M Sport variant. Both are priced at 95 lakhs ex-showroom, and you have a bracket of 8 lakhs of optional extras what you can do on the car, which helps you in reducing the price of the import duty, this being a CBU. So that is the pricing on the BMW X6, which is 95 lakhs ex-showroom with 8 lakhs of optional extra. So on total it would be 1.03 crores on the ex-showroom value if you option it completely. So that's it from me guys on the BMW X6. I'll see you guys in another video with another car. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really supports me and the channel's growth. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.